Now in today's video, my friends, we're looking at this. This is the Nebula P1 and is actually the world's first projector with detachable speakers. Yep, you heard right. They're thinking of everything nowadays. Let's take a closer look. The remote control is the same one that came with the two more expensive versions and it is backlit. At first glance, you might just think that this is another mini projector, until you pull off these detachable speakers. You do this by unlocking the little clip on the back, and you'll notice that the speakers are also magnetically attached to each other. Just give them a gentle pull and they'll separate. And you'll notice that there is a power button and also a charging port on there as well, although they do charge when they're in place on the projector. Again, it's a really smart design. When it's off, it keeps the lens protected and everything stays in one very portable unit. And with that carry handle as well, it's very easy to move around. And the gimbal, well, you're getting 130 degrees of gimbal movement. And that means that you can project this, again, almost anywhere. Up on the ceiling is great, and also on walls or even a projector screen. I'll show you a few examples of that in a minute. The projector does run Google TV, but you've also got an HDMI port, so if you want to connect something like a PS5 or a satellite box, you can do that easily. And when you've got the speakers off, well, it's almost like you've got a mini version of that X1 Pro, albeit you don't have the surround sound speakers, but you've effectively got a projector and two stereo front speakers. So the P1's dual speakers are 10 watts, so you're getting 20 watts in total, which is huge for a projector of this size. And it creates a powerful, punchy audio with real left and right separation. Outdoors in my backyard, in my cinema room, the bass carried surprisingly well. Here's an example of how they sound. And in terms of the loudness generated, well, you can see for yourself, these ones don't hold back. Now, I love the fact that there's no wires. They connect wirelessly to the projector, and when you finish, you just pop them back on the unit. The projector will start charging them at 11 watts. It will take around 3 hours to be full, and then you'll get 20 hours further use out of them. And so it's such a convenient system. But we know that it's not all just about sound, and visuals are obviously really important. And with this type of projector, so is flexibility. And the fact that you can take this projector anywhere, it has a detachable handle, and you can just point it by the gimbal, means that you can do the most incredible things. And with Nebula Life, you can even display messages like happy birthday, or if you want to set the scene for a romantic night in, bing, put the clock on, you might want to go for something like the romance option, which is the Valentine's option, which is definitely going to earn you some extra brownie points, I'm sure. But it just shows the flexibility of this type of device. And this is great for projecting onto almost any surface. Here, I've got it on the ceiling in my front room, and I sometimes actually watch the football with it pointed at the ceiling while my wife is watching Married at First Sight, something like that, on the main TV. Incredible idea. Just take my tip and thank me later, guys. And with auto keystone correction and autofocus, it will give you a perfectly straight and sharp picture with no fuss at all or any delay. So I wanted to put this to the test and test it in extreme circumstances so you can see how light it is outside. It's just sat on the little table just in front of the screen, and I'm projecting from around about 8 feet away, and I'm still getting this bright image. It is really unbelievable. And then if I want to make it either bigger, I've got a wall behind me, and again you can see how bright it is out. And yep, it's projecting around about 100-inch image, and it is super, super bright. Now, it is October here in the UK, so it's not the best for being outside, but I wanted just to demonstrate that to you. But inside, in my theatre room, my movie room, this is what it can do, and I've still got plenty of lights on in this room. Without a doubt, in my opinion, Nebula Master Mode is the best picture setting straight out of the box. It just seems to do the best job of everything. The colours look great, and also the upscaling is fantastic. Oh, and by the way, when you press the settings button, you do still get the same as you do on the X1 Pro, get the two speakers coming up telling you how much battery is left, which is a really nice touch. Getting the perfect picture for your location is super simple with this projector. You've got smart auto keystone correction and manual keystone correction to get the actual perfect size for your screen. And if you have the Nebula app, you can use Vision Fit, where you can take a photograph and it will automatically make the screen the right size. And you've also got some digital options where you can digitally move the screen left and right and up and down, and also zoom in and out. And again, I like the way it tells you roughly the right size picture you've got. This is a 100-inch screen that I'm projecting on, so it wasn't quite 107 inches. But this is running Google TV, which is one of the best operating systems out there on any projector nowadays. So it's got all of your features like Netflix, Apple TV, Disney, all of those things built in. But it's giving you incredible control and an incredible image. One of the things that I like is football on this thing, and one of the things that this has got, which is very, very needed, is MEMC. There are some scenes, if you've got MEMC turned off, like the top bit, where it becomes quite jittery, whereas when it's on high, which is probably more than you need, it is nice and smooth. The focus on this projector is also completely crystal clear, with all four corners looking great, so you're not going to have any issues there. And running my plain screen test, you can see that the light is evenly distributed right across the screen, and no dark areas even in the extreme corners. Overall, my friends, I think you're going to be delighted with the quality of this picture, and providing you're in a light-controlled room, which I mean that it doesn't have to be pitch black like this, but if you have got this type of setup, then it's going to look amazing. But even in just a light-controlled room, you're going to get exceptional quality. And I think a lot of that is down to the quality of the lenses that Nebula and Soundcore put into their devices. They really do seem just to deliver crystal clear sharpness. It is actually an all-metal design as well. It's an all-metal housing, which does also help with the cooling. So I absolutely love the modular design of this unit. It would be great though if you had the option of a modular battery so that you didn't always have to have it powered. That would be just perfect. But overall, with the features that it has got, with the IEA 4.0 smart setup, the auto keystone and autofocus, hassle-free, just being able to set the picture wherever you are. The brightness, although it's only 650 ANSI lumens, as you can see, it delivers a bright image, and is all housed in a really smart gimbal design with 130-degree movement that is then protected when you're carrying it around via the removable carry strap, and just looks really, really good. So my friends, that's the Nebula P1. It's an incredible little device. Be sure to check it out for yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one.